It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. What is going on, everyone? Broken Mike here, and welcome along to the channel. And welcome along to another episode of BUW. This is episode 134, and this is the go-home show before next week's Chamber of Mayhem event. And as always, guys, we have got 10 matches for you in total, which will be spread across the next 4 parts. And 2 of those matches of which will be championship matches. But we're going to kick things off with a singles match from the men's division. And it'll be this year's Ruthless Rumble match winner, Casey Hoyt. He will be going one-on-one with former Intercontinental Champion, King Dominator. Who's going to get the win here? Let's find out. If you all do enjoy this one, then do be sure to drop a like for Mike, slap any comments down below, and do consider subscribing to the channel as we try to get our goal of 1,400 subscribers. Easy for me to say. Coming to you live from London, England, with a capacity crowd getting ready for some more BUW action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 330 pounds, Casey Hoyt.
Making his way down to the ring first, the 2023 Men's Ruthless Rumble match winner, Casey Hoyt. And Casey Hoyt, who won this year's Rumble from the number 18 position. A lot better than the first time he won the Rumble, where he won it from the number 30 spot. Of course, he will be heading to WrestleVerse to challenge the champion. But for right now, he's got to turn his attention to a former Intercontinental Champion.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 251 pounds, KD.
And his opponent, making his way down to the ring, King Dominator.
Persistence is a key to success, Cole. A little thing like the jeers of the crowd isn't going to stop someone of this caliber.
And of course, King Dominator, who was part of that Men's Ruthless Rumble match, would like to turn things around and make his own path to WrestleVerse. And here we go, this match is underway, and King Dominator off to a quick start. King Dominator heading to the top rope. Takes fly elbow drop. And stomping a mud hole in Casey Hoyt. Into a cover. Just a 1 count. And King Dominator making a really fast start against this year's Ruthless Rumble match winner. Casey Hoyt trying to get back into the match. There's a Boston Crab, but King Dominator was too near the ropes. Casey on the middle rope. Looking for a double axe handle, no one home. A headlock and King Dominator with a few body shots. Oh, look at this power here. The suplex. Follows up with a right hand. Lock up again. Whipped into the corner. Nice takedown there from King Dominator. Into another pin. 2 count only. King Dominator looking pretty good in the opening couple of minutes of this matchup. The lock up. And there goes Casey Hoyt over the top rope. And look at this power from King Dominator. Power bombing Casey Hoyt. And there's a knee bar. They won't do King Dominator any favors. Won't get him the win on the outside. Casey Hoyt looking to turn the tide of this matchup.
And returning to the ring.
Casey returned to the ring. King Dominator also returns to the ring, the waist lock.
Definitely not where you want to be right now. Just
And
carried like a rag.
King Dominator hung up on the top rope. No one home for that stomp. And look at this power! The exploder suplex. Casey with the dragon screw counter. Oh, and look at that. Just walks right on top of King Dominator. Casey again getting sent over the top rope. And King Dominator targets the right arm of Casey Hoyt. A lock up. And King Dominator gets sent, thrown into the barricade. Casey not done. Oh, head first. And Casey throwing King Dominator around like a salad.
Getting back into the ring.
Casey re-enters the ring. King Dominator follows. And runs into a right hand, a couple of right hands. Headlock, but again, King Dominator with some body shots. Waist lock into an amateur takedown. And King Dominator is feeling it. But he's got to keep his eye on the ball here. Stomp on the right arm again. King Dominator top rope. Takes flight, elbow drop. On King Dominator. Possibly looking for a choke slam. Casey Hoyt saw it coming. Release suplex. Oh, what's going on here? Yakuza cutter. The Yasuka cutter. I should say hook of the leg now. And a 2 count. And Casey cannot believe it. The Yasuka cutter didn't quite get the job done. But this next move might. Running power slam. Hook of the leg. And Casey Hoyt gets the victory.
We've got some highlights from the last one queued up. Here we go.
The Looking back at some of the action, King Dominator was quite literally dominant in some areas throughout this match. Gets a near fall that time. There's the Yasuka cutter. And so nice we get to see it twice. Casey Hoyt dragging the lifeless body of King Dominator into the middle of the ring. A pin attempt. Thought it was it here. It wasn't quite. But the running power slam did its job. So here is your winner of the match. The 2023 Men's Ruthless Rumble match winner, Casey Hoyt. Can anyone stop this man on this sort of form? I'd be worried if I was the world champion. Anyway, let's move on to our next matchup. Our first bit of action from the women's division. And the rivalry between the Poison Embers and Hellfire has been brewing in recent weeks. It continued on last week's show, and it will continue into this one. So in this one, it's going to be Sapphire representing Hellfire, and she's going to go one-on-one with Danny representing Poison Embers. And of course, Sapphire, who was in action last week against Danny's tag team partner Chloe, but Danny tried to sneak in a steel chair on last week's episode to cause a distraction, and it did eventually cost Sapphire the match. But this rivalry is still brewing.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from London, England, Marie.
Making her way down to the ring first, representing Hellfire, Sapphire. And Hellfire haven't exactly had the best of luck over Poison Embers in recent weeks. And looking to turn the tide in this rivalry here. If Sapphire can knock off Danny.
Here we go. She is ready.
And from Newport, Wales, Danielle.
Highly anticipated.
And her opponent making her way down to the ring, representing Poison Embers, Danny. Of course, Poison Embers have been on the roll since they formed a number of weeks ago. And Danny, well, I have to say she's been the benefactor of most of that in terms of getting Poison Embers victories.
And she plans on making a statement here tonight.
Although they look to be a great tag team, we've actually not seen them in tag team action as of yet. I'm sure we soon will, as this match is underway. Sit down jawbreaker.
Some might think she's
Inverted suplex. And looks like the Anaconda Vice from Sapphire. And Danny able to get free. A little warning shot there from Sapphire to Danny. And Danny, of course, did have a banger of a match against Helly a few weeks ago. Looking to keep that momentum going. And look at that, ripping away at the arm of Sapphire in a very unique position. And Danny stomping a mud hole in Sapphire, former women's champion. These two former world champions. Rake in the back.
And this might not have a pleasant ending.
Snake eyes. Down goes Sapphire.
Yeah, but too soon to be worried.
And pulling away at the arm into a cover. But Sapphire too near the ropes. And Sapphire catches the foot of Danny and there was a spinning heel kick. Oh, look at that roll through into a Boston Crab. Look at that. Will Danny submit here? Danny's in a lot of trouble. Wait a second, she's onto her back. And she's able to kick off Sapphire. Great maneuver there from Sapphire and a great counter from Danny. Know each other so well. Look at that. Springboard crossbody and Danny's now holding her leg. That's not good news for Danny. Sapphire hook of the leg. Just a 1 count. Basement drop kick. And Sapphire delivering left hands. Looking for a standing moonsault. Danny rolls out the way. The lock up. Off the ropes. And they bump into one another. Right hand. Suplex. Kick to the back. Multiple kicks. Danny with a kick to the midsection, delivering rights and lefts. And a high knee. Standing moonsault. Danny connects. Hook of the leg. 1 count only. And Danny can't believe it. Danny top rope. Sapphire getting called to her feet. Takes flight. Oh, wait a minute. Went for a missile drop kick. Sapphire swatted her away, and Danny with another counter into a pinning predicament. Or 1 count. And Danny has a hook of the leg and into a crossface like submission. And can she survive this? Sapphire trying to fight free. She does. That was a great submission there by Danny, but Sapphire was able to find a way free. And both these ladies, to be fair, have found some unique submission holds. Again, bumping into one another. Stand up enziguri. Elbow to the back. Sapphire middle rope. Takes flight, hits a splash. Sapphire, of course, the high flyer of Hellfire. Getting the crowd pumped up and looking to maybe put Danny away here with a cover. Don't know what happened in that first pin attempt. But there's a 1 count for Sapphire and she can't believe it. Danny slowly getting back to her feet, but Sapphire looking to stay on the offense. Power bomb. A stomp puller. And the head scissors. Another submission hold. And Danny able to find a way out of it. counter from Danny. And the fans not liking Danny's tactics in this one. Springboard missile drop kick from Sapphire. The left arm targeted. A standing moonsault again. This time Sapphire is able to find the target. But Danny has Sapphire caught. Queen's throne. Hooked both legs. And no! That wasn't free. Not quite. Sapphire able to kick her, but she could feel poison injection. Hook at the leg. And Danny gets the victory. Well, that was a hard-fought win for Danny, and well,
Here's another quick look at some of the highlights.
got lucky in some areas, I would say. Danny, Sapphire had her at one point, but looking back at some of this terrific action, it was a counter for counter. Both these former women's champions giving it everything they got. But I'm sure, look, this is far from over, and I would expect we would see a proper tag match between these two teams very, very soon. This is the beginning of the end for Sapphire. The Queen's Throne. Hooked both legs. She thought that was it. Not quite. But the poison injection did its job. Giving Danny the pin. And the win.
Here is your winner, Danielle.
So here is your winner of the match. Representing Poison Embers. Danny. And that's another win for a member of Poison Embers. They are just on an absolute roll in individual competition. What can they do as a tag team? That's going to be the next question. Anyway, onwards we go to our next matchup, and it'll be our final match before we take our first break. And then this one will be from the men's division. This one is going to be Bobby Mundo representing the Showstoppers. And he's going to go one-on-one with one half of the BUW Intercontinental Tag Team Champions, David Labby, representing the Woos Exclusive Society.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Vancouver, British Columbia, weighing in at 287 pounds, Bobby Mundo.
And making his way down to the ring first, representing the Showstoppers, Bobby Mundo. What a win wouldn't do for Bobby right now if he can knock off one half of the Intercontinental Tag Team Champions tonight. Maybe he could potentially get himself in TMA future in a Continental Tag Team title match. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Bobby Mundo, former two-time BUW World Champion.
Things are about to get good.
And his opponent from Florida, weighing in at 250 pounds, one half of the Intercontinental Tag Team Champions, David.
Making his way down to the ring next, representing the Woos Exclusive Society, one half of the BUW Intercontinental Tag Team Champions, David Labby. Of course, David Labby Tag Team Champions with Joseph Conlon.
The champ does not want anyone making their name at his expense. He plans on fighting hard tonight.
Well, we see Seeker destroying Bobby Mundo's very near future. Or will he feel the wrath of the GTH? Both men looking raring to go, and here we go. Bobby whipped into the corner. And David Labby delivering 5 punches there, the 10 punches of doom. A face buster there from Bobby Mundo, the X Factor. Middle rope goes Bobby. Kicks David away. No one home for Bobby. The lock up. Whipped into the corner. Oh, and David Labby again. Going to attempt this. Only 2 punches that time. Bobby has David up on his shoulders. Oh my goodness. They look like the P-Town Killer that is delivered by Nathan Sanders. Of course, speaking of Nathan Sanders, we will see Nathan Sanders, the YouTube champion, in action later on this evening. And Bobby Mundo lighting up David Labby. Another X Factor. Hook of the leg, but it's a rope break. David's leg was underneath the bottom rope. A spinning sidewalk slam. Stomp on the elbow. And what's Bobby looking for here? Looking for a submission. Tequila Sunrise. Look at this. That submission is so painful. And David able to find a way out. That was devastating. Bobby again has David on his shoulders. And oh! Bobby just sent David crashing to the outside. A stomp on the arm. Trying to stay on David Labby, but David right back up. Right into the announce table. Swinging net breaker. That thing tossing him outside the ring just annoyed David Labby. David sending Bobby back inside. The lock up. And what's Bobby looking for here? Sit down driver. Bobby driving the head of David Labby into the canvas. Bobby Mundo, not usually accustomed to seeing him fly, but he hits a frog splash. He changed trajectory in mid-air. Oh, and the 2 count. And Bobby cannot believe it. And David, a common blow to the back of Bobby Mundo.
Perhaps thinking about what to do next here.
And David getting thrown across the ring like a sack of spuds. Remember, David Labby does actually hold a pinfall victory over Bobby Mundo. I mean, that was over a year ago. But of course, that was, like I said, that was then. This is now Bobby Mundo. Completely different animal. Look at this. Look at that clothesline. Turns Labby inside out. Another spinning sidewalk slam. Hook of the leg. For the win. No. 2 count only, and Bobby can't believe it. A fist drop there. Another right hand from Bobby to snapmare. Follows up with a rolling neck snap. And Bobby Mundo looking for a German suplex, but David Labby with the counter. And a backbreaker into the cover. Just a 1 count. The lock up again. Whitney to the corner. Sitting Bobby on the top rope. And wait a minute. Oh my God, what a DDT. Straight from the top rope. Looking for a sneak and destroy. Bobby counters. Oh my goodness, what a sling blade. Bobby lining up David Labby. Is he about to see it? The GTH, the go to hell. Hooks the leg. And Bobby Mundo gets the victory. What a match. And has he just earned himself into him a possible future opportunity for the Intercontinental Tag Team Championships? We'll have to wait and see. And that is a huge win for Bobby Mundo. Look at that DDT from Labby. I thought that was it. I thought that was curtains for Bobby. But look at that, a GTH. Giving Bobby Mundo the pin and the win.
Here is your winner, Bobby Mundo.
And here is your winner of the match, representing the Showstoppers, Bobby Mundo. Big win for that man right there, Bobby Mundo. And what a match that was. But anyway, folks, that is going to be a lot for this opening part of BUW. If you guys have enjoyed it, then do make sure to leave a like for Mike, slap any comments down below, and do consider subscribing to the channel as we try to reach our goal of 1,400 subscribers. Of course, fingers crossed, we can get there. But like I say, folks, this is just the beginning of this week's show. We've still got plenty more action still to come, including 2 humongous championship matches. And of course, you don't want to miss those. And of course, a whole bunch of other stuff in between. You do not want to miss any of the action on this week's episode. So until then, guys, do take care, and I will see you all after this first break.